Look at that view. I'm a couple 100 feet up with a couple more 100 feet to go till I hit the pass. This is a really good trail. I mean, seriously, really good trail. It pays itself out. I mean, it looks steep, and it is, but it's like 50 to 100 yards or more at a time. So it's long, slow gain. Yeah, I figured it'd be a bunch of short switchbacks, but nope. No. I've been going at it for about an hour now. 59 minutes. And I've got a mile and a half. So it's not bad. 1.5 mile per hour in this. I am not in shape, that's for sure. So I'm gonna cut this off and probably turn it back on when I get to the top. Yeah. All right, just made it over top of Barren Pass up there. Took a lot of good pictures. There were some folks up there that I met last night, really nice people. Took some pictures of them and they took a picture of me. But yeah, the pass is really cool. Look at this view. Pretty awesome. This is the way down, so I've got maybe six or seven more miles down, and this is the view, so I can't complain. So we're going to Bench Lake, and then after tonight, short hike, and then we'll be done with this trip. So day 4, not too bad, reasonably quick, great trails, nice people, great views, awesome views. I think I've got about 6 miles to go or so till I hit my last camp, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm doing about 1.5 miles per hour, so thinking maybe a couple more hours and I'll be there. I'll probably get there early considering I'm going downhill. Yeah, it'd be nice to have an extra hour or 2, that way I can kind of clean up. So that'll be a nice break. Maybe I'll get a swim in. Be nice. But where I'm going, it's called Bench Lake, and it is literally on top of Redfish Lake. Yeah, by a couple 100 feet. So I'll have a heck of a view there too. This is a great trail. A little warm today. Everywhere, nothing but beautiful, beautiful. Small lakes, fed by snow. Yep, this is Idaho, folks. It's beautiful. Sawtooth Forest, Sawtooth Forest Wilderness. This area gets a lot of travel though, because we're relatively close to Redfish Lake, which is a national recreation area, so it gets a lot of activity. But once you push on like I have, you hardly ever see people. This is the most people I've seen in quite some time. Well, the great thing about this location is plenty of water. Now, I'll be honest, there were parts of the mountain, if you're on the wrong side, the dry side, you may go a little ways, but there's always a good creek, always a good little waterfall, and especially when you're close to where these alpine lakes are, you're gonna find water. And it makes it easier to go lighter, so you don't have to carry as much water. I think most days I was carrying 1.5 liters, maybe. That was it. Now, food's a different issue. Obviously, I'm carrying too much weight in food. This is the Redfish Creek to Barren Creek Trail. All right, made it to the first intersection. Came from the direction of Alpine Lake, and Kramer Lakes is that way. So, if we look at the map, it should be that location right there. So, this is what we have left. Got another 1.5 miles to another intersection, and then 1.3 to looks like to Lily Lake. So that's 2.8. And once we get there, got another about a mile, because we're going to take the high side, and then we're going to hit Redfish Creek Trail in the recreation area. That says it's 1.7 miles. That kind of sucks, and uphill. And then we'll hit the trail to go to Bench Lakes, 0.8 of a mile. So yeah, we got around 6 miles still to go, but I think it'll be a lot quicker, at least the next 3 miles. Yeah, the next 3 miles won't be bad. Kind of a couple miles down from the intersection on the Redfish Alpine Creek Trail, I see these giant boulders. This is actually pretty cool. I mean, it's literally right off the trail. Yeah, this is the part of the adventure where you see me get eaten by a bear or attacked by a wild cat or something. Lots of boulders. This is pretty cool. Not taking odds that people poop back here, but hey bear, hey bear. Oh, it's so much cooler back here. Pretty cool. I don't think I would try stealth camping in here. I think something would probably crawl up next to you in your sleeping bag. But it's right off the trail. Literally right off the trail. Alright. Pretty cool. Alright. We're getting closer to the end. Talked to a bunch of climbers. Got people out here rock climbing. Seen 2-3 groups now. We're boulders. This thing's freaking massive. I mean, look at it. You could put a whole group underneath there and camp. Seriously. Oh man, it'd be so cool. There's feet underneath this thing. Yeah, low bridge. As long as you didn't get any water. Yeah, there you could camp. Nothing but boulders everywhere. All coming from up there. That's why there are all these rock climbers checking this out. All right, well, I have a change of plans. I'm out of water, and the trail I want is up there, which it stays level for quite a while, for at least a mile or so, and then it starts to go uphill. But I don't think there's water up there. There's water down here. Now, I've got to go down to get to the water, and I've got to come back up a connector trail. So I'm going roughly the same distance, but now I'm going to have to push uphill the whole way as opposed to level most of the way, just because I should have watered up. One of the several spots I could have got water at, and I didn't. I figured we'd be crossing a creek before or at about the intersection. We didn't, so now I've got to take this trail that goes down to the lake. Might be able to see it here in a minute. So I need to get water down here, and then I got to hike back up. So it's going to be about 3 miles the way it looks on the map. They said it's pretty well graded, which I hope it is, but the last 3 miles, so that may take 2 hours. And I think it's around 4:30. So it'll take me longer to get there than what I thought. So day 4, a little bit tougher than what I thought. All right, well, that's the direction I wanted to originally come until I ran out of water and couldn't find a access to a source way back that way. And here's the intersection. Now, according to my map, it's only a half a mile between the inlet where the campground was, where I got water, in this location. Now, it took me an hour to go from there to here. That map isn't right. There's no way it would take me an hour to go a half a mile. You know, that's a half mile per hour. That's a half mile per hour pace, and I know I'm going at least twice that. So the map's been wrong on a couple of things. The 3.2 miles that's on the map that it doesn't show reference to, that's another thing. It didn't have the point to point. I think that was one of the lakes up there, Bronson Lake. I think that was where it should have been, because my mileage on my watch, it kind of made sense. So yeah, they left that out. And considering how high we are, I mean, you see how high we are here. I think this, because they show it about a half a mile from the inlet over there, and they show it a lot lower. They only show it a couple 100 feet from the water. Well, we're way higher than maybe 100 or 200 feet. I'm guessing, oh, we're well over 300 or 400 feet, easy. And I probably went, for sure, even if I was moving real slow at 1 mile per hour pace, we'd go on a mile. I think I was doing about 1.2, because I'm real tired and it's gonna be a 12-mile day. So yeah, I think we're a lot closer to the trail intersection, to Bench Lake. You can see, I think that's a false summit. I think it goes further than that. But once again, I'm going based on the map, and I think the trail may be a little off. So I'm hoping if I can get to the campsite by 7:30, I'd be very happy. 7:45, I can deal with it. If I get there at 8, I'm gonna be dead. All right. Not much video on this segment because I am whipped and shooting video was real hard. But I made the intersection finally. Nothing but false summit after false summit over here. Ridgeline just went up like a pyramid. But it says 3 miles to the Redfish Lake trailhead, which is where we're going tomorrow morning. Barren Lakes, which is where we came from. This says 9 miles. I don't believe that. To be honest, I went a little bit further. I know that for a fact, so I know it's got to be about 12. Bench Lake, which is where I'm going. It says it's a half a mile. a hell of a lot closer than 8/10. Well, 3/10 of a mile is a big difference when you're all wobbly like I am. So, heck of a view. You can see a long ways. So, it's 7:15 now, and it's officially the longest day, so got a half a mile to go. I'm hoping it isn't a half a mile all uphill, but yeah, oh great. I hope that's all horse shit. I don't want to be up here with a bunch of horses. Anyway, yeah, last camp for the trip. All right, well, it's day 5. It's time to go back. I'm at Bench Lake, and there are like 3 lakes here, and evidently there was already a group here. I was hoping to have it all to myself because it was Sunday night going into a Monday, thinking there wouldn't be anybody here, and there were, and they were loud and destroying stuff, God knows what. But fortunately they went to bed early, but they got up early, so we're all up now. So day 5, it's the hike out. I looked at the map and I figured out we hiked about a mile in. That sign is wrong. It's twice the distance. You know, my map says 0.8 mile. The sign says a half mile. It's not a half mile. I think it's more a full mile. Alright, let's heat this oatmeal up. The temperature has dropped. It is going to rain, and I want to get out of here before it does. Boy, that wind has picked up quite a bit. Coming from over here, I think it's blowing over us. Yeah, it's clear over there. It's starting to sprinkle. Yep. Well, it's starting to rain, and you can see it's clear over that direction. Yeah, look at it. It's pretty clear over there, but it's pouring rain where I'm at. Those guys are getting wet. They're getting water. Yep. So, the raincoat that I carried for 4.5 days, it sprinkled a little bit the one day, but that was it, sprinkled. I mean, this is the most rain other than early this morning, but I got it. Had to carry it. Now, I packed the legs to my pants in the pack. I may just have to get these out. All right, that's still boiling. May need a warm drink. I don't I don't know. So, whew. Mountain weather. That's what you get. I think I'm gonna have to put pants on. I don't have. Yeah, I don't have any syrup. I was kind of hoping I did. I have honey sauce. I wonder if that'd be good. It's sweet. Let's give it a shot. This is the kind of honey sauce that you put in Asian meals. Let's just use a little bit. I hate this. You know, these little droppers, you gotta poke a hole through them. And I always forget to do that. So, yeah. Can't remember. Well, if it wouldn't be... Yeah. I don't know where I put it. Sweeten it up a little bit more. This is how many snacks I have left. And these cookies are freaking heavy. These cookies are 4 ounces a piece, and I have 3 of them. So that's 12 ounces just in cookies. I think I forgot I had them, and had I remembered I had them, I would have been eating them from the get-go because they are good and I like them. But they're heavy, so that would have reduced a lot of weight, because these little ones, I mean, what, less than an ounce? So yeah, that's a live and learn lesson. Leaving camp, late start as usual. As long as I've been filming these, I cannot get out of camp quickly. I mean, I was up, I don't know, 6:50 maybe, and yeah, so 7 for sure. We'll call it 7, and it's 10 o'clock. So it takes me 3 hours to get up, break camp, eat, gear up, and then get out on the trail. 3 hours. That's forever. Now, it did rain. Had to put my rain jacket on, and I've been dirty for days, so I wanted to clean up and kind of sorting my gear a little bit differently. But yeah, it takes me forever. I think on my quickest day, I got out at 9:38. So yeah, that gives you any indication as to how long it takes me to get around for some reason. Boy, all this blowdown in here. What I don't understand is why they don't come in here, since this is the closest lake, or a couple lakes next to the recreation area. I don't understand. I mean, you see all the blowdown. They come in with some chainsaws and cut this stuff up. So it's kind of nice to wash up a little bit. Makes me feel cleaner. I was thinking about it. I brought a big towel well, big in the camping scheme of things, I guess. Backpacking. And I don't know, maybe I could have brought a wash rag or a little bit, you know, smaller towel, microfiber towel. But I just wanted to clean my whole body off, you know? So I don't know if you think about that. So here's the first leg. I was told that this pretty swampy, so wouldn't have been fun to camp near. But morning of day 5, heading out, 4 miles to go. Thought it was 3.5, but this is a little bit further back than what they said. Oh, there's somebody over there. He looks like he's been sweating, so he probably just hiked up here early. So, all right, well, I will probably catch you in a minute. Look at that weather. It wants to rain for sure. So, quicker I make this next 4 miles, which is all downhill, which is great. I'm thinking 4 miles downhill will probably take me, I don't know, 2.5 hours. If I'm lucky, because my legs are fresh now. If I'm lucky, I'll do a 2 mile per hour pace, but somehow I doubt I'll get that. Well, I'm at 1.9 now. I might jab between 2 and 2.5 hours. I'm just like I say, I'm just hoping I don't want to get rained on. Now, we've got a long ways to go to get to where the trail intersection was down there. But according to the GPS on my watch, we're at 0.4 of a mile. So yeah, when the sign says half a mile, yeah, that was total bullshit. I'm guessing for sure it's a complete mile to get to that trail intersection. So yeah, it's probably full mile from where I camped to there. Okay, this sign right here says Bench Lakes, 1/2 mile. That is not correct. According to my watch, from this sign to the first lake, it's 0.8 of a mile. So that's 0.3 of a mile off, minimum. To the second lake, it's about a mile. So my map said 0.8. My map was spot on. I love this trail. This is all along, stay long, narrow ridge line. Well, if my watch is correct, which I think it is, based on everything I've been seeing around me, I'm about 0.4 of a mile from the trailhead. 0.4 of a mile from being done. Oh, let me tell you, 4.5 days in the Sawtooth National Forest, Sawtooth Wilderness. Is it worth it? Yeah, absolutely, it's worth it. I would recommend it at least once, at least hike it once. Now, the loop I did, it was pretty tough. You know, you had to crank out 10 miles a day, at least, and wasn't much time afterwards. Now, you see all the crap I was hauling in my pack. I definitely would have brought less food. anytime I'm doing a longer hike like this, something where I know I'm going to be out for, you know, 4 or 5 days, I want to make sure that I have enough food, and I just brought too much. To do it over again, I would probably put the lunches in a bag and stick the bag on the outside of the pack. That way I can get to it, because I don't like getting into my bag when I'm on the go. Even when I'm on a break, I just don't like doing it. Check this out. These, well, they were fighting. See if they go at it again. Looks like he's the alpha squirrel. Hey, you're stealing my nuts, buddy. So, yeah. Just tweaking things. You know, too much gear. You know, I was able to make it. I just had to push. So I had super long days. Super long days are not very fun. Plus I get late starts. Between the super long days and late starts kind of made it, I don't know, a little bit tougher. This was fun. This was an experience. The EULA Catalyst pack worked pretty good. It's one of those things where you can dial it in, and I need to dial it in every time I go out, just the right way. And I think if it could be a little bit better in the hip belt, I think maybe a little bit more conforming. I don't know. It needs to support my weight a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Let's shut up for a couple minutes, because we're getting near the end. Wow, I came back to this sign. Fishhook Creek Trail, which is where, why is it says Fishhook? Huh. Didn't say it over at the trailhead. I'm pretty sure this is where I was at. I think. Did I keep going that way? We'll have to look. Yeah, that last intersection kind of screwed me up, because it's similar to the one we're coming up on. But I can see a big berm over here that we passed the first day. Or should I say ridge line? How you doing?
How's it going?
All right. Woo, made it.
All the way through and true.
Absolutely.
Oh, how was the rest of that trail for you?
Oh, let me tell you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, met you guys up. What were your names again?
Joe.
Alexa.
Joe and Alexa. Joe and Alexa were with me on day 2. Epic. Great advice on the blowdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, but you know, because I started to make the mistake and go through it, because it kind of leads you.
Yeah.
And you think, oh well, it kind of thins out, and you're like, then I'm sitting here thinking, no, I'm gonna do what they said. And I mean, it was a big path, because a lot of people were coming up through there to go up to the lake. My unofficial hiking partner's back here behind me. So I think it's 40 and maybe a hair over 40. What's your device say?
For
The loop?
39.89, I think is what it came out to.
Okay.
But I was following probably some inaccurate information. Because that alpine trail that was on that map I showed you,
Yeah.
nowhere near accurate.
Huh.
So in just that getting from the Goat Lake cutoff
Yeah.
to Marshall Lake
Uh-huh.
is definitely extra couple miles compared to what they were showing.
Yeah. So I was doing it based on the mileage on my map. So okay. Redfish Trailhead. It's supposed to be Redfish Hook or Red Hook or whatever. It's not the same as as on my map. So I made it. 40 some miles. Mission accomplished.
There you go. I think Fishhook Creek.
Yeah, Fishhook Creek.
So Fishhook well, that's Thompson Peak.
Yeah.
That was, I wonder if that, I mean the
Yeah.
As big as feet.
This says redfish and not fish hook. Oh, they're waiting for us. Actually, all things considered, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. There's peaks out here.
Glad I didn't lose my car keys. Parking lot is full. An end to a 5-day excursion. Met some good people. Got in a lot of hiking. Saw a lot of great sights. So that's it. End of the adventure.